Do you know how some iOS apps generate $15,000 every single month without their founder knowing how to write a single line of code? I'm about to show you exactly how I did it step by step. In this video, I'll reveal how I copied and built a complete app that's already making thousands of dollars, all by using just one AI tool. The secret lives in understanding how to leverage AI coding tools effectively. I've tested many AI tools over the past few months, and I found the absolute best one that makes this entire process seamless, even if you have zero coding experience. What makes this method so powerful? I literally copied a $15,000 per month app, implemented all of their best features, connected it to Stripe for payments, and deployed it without writing a single line of code myself. The app we're building isn't a complex one, and that's also the fun part. It's a simple, fully functional resume builder. Just fill in your details and pick a template. Within seconds, you'll have your new resume. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to create your own app. Let's dive in and build this app together. Alright, let's build something super practical, a resume builder. This kind of app is useful for anyone looking for a job, switching careers, or just wanting to keep their resume up to date. And we're gonna set up the entire flow step by step. We start by writing a simple prompt. Build a resume builder/maker where the person fills in their details, and once they finish, they can submit it. Also, they would have the ability to choose templates. I'll be providing the PDFs of these templates. Once that's typed out, we check the build a initial prototype checkbox and click approve, plan, and start. In just a few seconds, we now have a basic structure set. There are multiple tabs for users to fill out their personal information, job experience, skills, education, and projects. Everything's clearly laid out, so users can just focus on filling in their details without any confusion. We also have a template selection option, which lets users choose how their resume will look, and a PDF download button so they can easily save or share the final result. But let's be real, there are a few things that aren't quite right yet. The calendar doesn't look great and feels a bit confusing to use. The technology's use text field doesn't allow commas, which is kind of annoying when listing multiple tools or languages. And when we try to download the resume, the PDF shows up blank. That's obviously a problem, so we type the following prompt to clean things up. The calendar isn't visually appealing and is confusing. Can't put comma on the technology's use text field. When the resume PDF is downloaded, nothing is shown. The user should be able to choose which template to use. Here are the templates. After that, the improvements are instantly visible. The templates section interface looks much cleaner, the calendar is more user-friendly, and the PDF finally includes the actual resume content. Huge upgrade. Now, let's add user authentication so people can create an account and save their progress. We type add login and registration for users at the start. Once that's in, we get a sign up and sign in page right at the beginning. Super important if someone wants to come back later and keep editing their resume. But we hit a small snag. The sign in button isn't working, and the password field could use a little love. It's always nice to have a way to see what you're typing, especially when it comes to passwords. So we fixed that by typing a sign in button is not working. Also, add an eye icon on the password text field so the user can see if the password they typed is correct. And now, everything works as expected. The sign-in functionality is in place, the password field has that handy eye icon, and the whole process feels much smoother. With all of this set up, we've got the foundation ready. Now it's time to dive deeper into the user experience, clean things up even more, and bring the resume builder to life in the next part. With the resume builder structure already in place, it's time to tighten up the user experience and give it the polish it needs. Right now, users can fill in their details and download the resume, but we want to take it a step further by making sure their information is actually saved. The navigation is smooth and the overall interaction is more personalized. First, we want users to be able to access their saved resume and have their information stored properly. We also want to allow them to upload a profile image if the selected template includes one. So we type, there's no option for me to access the saved resume/saved information. Also, as an output, it should follow the selected template's format. If it has an image, then the user should have to upload an image to the resume. That sets the foundation, but we quickly realize the input across tabs isn't being saved yet, and there's no way to return to the homepage. To fix both issues, we type, the input and each tab is not saved, only the resume itself. What I want is for the input to be saved as well. Also, add a back button in the Builder tab and the finished resume so users can go back to the homepage hassle-free. The back buttons are implemented successfully, which improves the navigation. However, the data persistence issue is still there. To fix it, we follow up with input in each tab still doesn't persist between sessions. This time, everything clicks into place. User input is now saved even if they log out. The back button works and the profile photo upload is live. To improve the image upload feature, we want users to have control over how their profile photo is displayed. So we add, for the profile photo upload, I would like to add a function where the user can crop which part of the photo uploaded is used. After a few fixes and bug reports to Replit, we now have a crop functionality in place for the profile picture. Users can upload, crop, and get the image exactly how they want it. With the foundational sections refined, it's time to upgrade the resume preview experience. Our goal is to make it more flexible, allowing users to rearrange, remove, or add sections, and make sure it still follows the selected template's layout. To begin, we type in these functionalities in Replit to support drag and drop, adding, removing, rendering sections, and ensuring it all stays true to the template format. While testing, we notice the formatting still doesn't match the template designs. To solve this, we feed the resume templates in PDF form directly to Replit. Then we report real-time change on templates in the resume following the template given. And that does the trick. User templates can now be selected in real time, and the resume instantly updates to reflect those changes. Next, we want to introduce even more advanced customization. So we type, I want to add functionalities like 1. Removing or adding information in the sections or even adding sections itself. 2. Skills categorization. 3. Reference section. 4. Font and size sections. Spacing and margins. To give the users a better interface to work with, we click Interactive Section Builder with drag and drop interface. This turns the resume into an interactive canvas. But we notice that it starts typing inside the preview mode, which we don't want. So we tell Replit I should be able to edit the content inside the sections. Another issue shows up. Newly added sections don't appear unless the page is refreshed. We report that as well, and the fix is in motion. At this stage, things are really coming together. Dragging and deleting contents works as expected. We then ask add an update button for user confirmation for their changes. And now we have a drag and drop editable resume preview where users can double click on content to edit it, and even delete sections with a simple remove button. To round out the editing experience, we want users to be able to personalize the style of the resume, fonts, spacing, colors, and more. So we type, I want to add a customization style with functionalities to change the font size and families, adjust spacing, and pick custom colors, so I'll ask Replit to do that. Once the customization tools are added, we notice a problem. The changes don't reflect in the resume preview, so we report that in the prompt. Then another issue appears. The resume disappears entirely due to incorrect margin handling. We report that to Replit as well. For better control and cleanup, we also ask for a visual delete button by adding add an X button on hover for the section contents. With everything now in place, we've got a resume preview that's not just editable, but completely customizable. Users can tweak the font styles, adjust margins and spacing, apply color schemes, and control how every section looks and behaves. All of this turns the resume builder into a highly personalized tool, flexible, visual, and tailored to exactly what each user wants. At this point, most of the Resume Builder's features are working well, but there's still one big issue. After a few runs, I noticed that the resume wasn't strictly following the design and structure of the template we provided. Instead of sticking to the format, it seemed to just do its own thing. To fix this, I stopped using the PDF versions of the templates and instead fed Replit the docx files of the resume templates. I also reported several issues related to the format and spacing of the templates, making sure the alignment and layout matched what users would expect in a real professional resume. Then I started adding a bit more structure to the content. I added a reference section and also edited the skill section to include subcategories: technical, soft, and languages. At first, the newly added reference section and the categorized skill section weren't saving any user input. After trying a few fixes, I decided to paste the database schema of the resume table directly. It finally solved the saving issue. Then another bug showed up: duplicate tabs in the references and skill sections in the preview. I took a screenshot and fed it to Replit to report the issue. That fixed the duplication, but I still noticed minor spacing problems and some unnecessary sections showing up. I prompted these issues directly to Replit, and after a few more adjustments, everything started lining up properly. Now we have a clean, export-ready resume that looks exactly like the template it was based on: structured, spaced correctly, and fully functional. With the template structure fixed, I wanted to help users improve the actual content of their resumes. So I commanded Replit to add job-specific action verbs, relevant phrases, and skills recommendations based on the user's selected industry. The standard logic didn't really deliver good suggestions, so I asked Replit to use OpenAI instead to make the content recommendations smarter and more relevant. To make things easier to use, I also added a suggest button. When clicked, it automatically edits the content inside the resume with suggested improvements. This turns the Resume Builder into more than just a layout tool. It's now a smart content assistant. Users don't have to overthink or Google resume keywords anymore. The app gives helpful suggestions that are tailored to the job they're applying for. As I continued testing, I realized the download PDF button had disappeared somewhere along the way during development. So I asked Replit to add an export button where users can choose how they want to download their resume, as a PDF, a docx, or even as a QR code for a digital resume version. Initially, the exported files didn't match the preview at all. The formatting was off and the design didn't carry through. But after a few bug reports to Replit, we got it sorted. The final exports now look exactly like the live preview, whether downloaded as a PDF or a Word file. To take things one step further, I wanted users to be able to share their resumes directly to job platforms, starting with LinkedIn. So I typed "add direct sharing of the resume to job platforms like LinkedIn," and just like that, we added LinkedIn integration. Now with a couple of clicks, users can export their resume in multiple formats and share it straight to LinkedIn, all within the app. The feature set is nearly complete, so the next focus is monetization. I decided to set up a payment wall to gate premium actions while still keeping the Resume Builder accessible for users to start creating their resumes for free. So I asked the Replit agent to add a Stripe integration on the view button of the resume. We were prompted to add our secret key and public key, which were already filled out in the Replit secret sections, so I just had to click continue. There was a small error during the setup, but after feeding it back to Replit, the issue was resolved and the payment wall was successfully integrated. Here's how it works. Users can fill out all of their resume information, but when it comes time to view or export it, they'll be asked to unlock the resume through Stripe. To access it, they can just click Unlock Resume. From there, they can either enter credit card info, get redirected to Amazon if they choose Amazon Pay, or generate a QR code if they go with Cash App. It's smooth, secure, and doesn't interrupt the user experience, while still adding a monetization layer to the app. Alright, that wraps it up. We've built a fully functional resume builder that's actually useful. Clean design, smart suggestions, real-time editing, and even built-in monetization. Everything just works. And the coolest part, you didn't have to touch a single line of code to make it happen. From start to finish, it's been all about giving users something practical, powerful, and easy to use. And now that the foundation's in place, you can take it anywhere. Add more features, connect it to new platforms, or just launch it and help people land their next job. Totally up to you. Hey, thanks for sticking around and building this with me. Catch you in the next one.